The first time I heard the howl, I thought it was the wind. It was this low, guttural sound, like a wounded animal dragging its breath through broken glass. I was all alone in this old cabin, tucked so deep in the Appalachian woods that cell service was just a memory. The trees out here, they whisper secrets in the dark. I'd come to write, you see, a sabbatical, they called it, a chance to finally finish my novel in peace. But peace was the last thing I found. That night, the sound came again closer this time, angrier. I pressed my ear against the cold, wooden floorboards. Something was moving beneath them, something alive. This cabin belonged to my late uncle, a reclusive man who just vanished back in '87. The locals always said he went mad, claimed he saw things in the woods, creatures, shadows, teeth. While exploring the dusty attic, I found an old photograph. It was my uncle standing next to a man with these wild, unnerving eyes and a crooked smile. The man's face was half hidden in shadow, but his eyes, they gleamed like silver coins. On the back, in my uncle's shaky handwriting, it said he came with the storm, he never left. That night, the howling returned, louder than ever. It felt like it was right outside the door. I didn't sleep a wink. By the third day, I noticed the scratches, long, deep gouges torn into the wooden door. They weren't fresh, but they weren't ancient either. Something had clawed at it, desperate to get in. Or maybe to get out. I tried to laugh it off. A bear, maybe. A big raccoon, but the claw marks were too deliberate, too. Human. That's when the real fear started to set in. I started locking the bedroom door at night, pushing a heavy dresser in front of it for good measure. I even kept a fire poker by my bed. But still, the howling came. He appeared on the 5th night. I was outside chopping wood when I saw him, just standing at the edge of the trees. He was tall and ragged, his coat hanging in tatters, his skin as pale as bone. He didn't speak. He just stared. I called out, "Can I help you?" He just tilted his head and smiled. His teeth were too white to sharp. Then, just as suddenly as he appeared, he turned and vanished back into the trees. That night, my dreams were filled with blood and fur. I was running through the woods on all fours, annoying hunger ripping at my belly. I woke up screaming, my heart pounding in my chest. I knew I had to find some answers. Ripping up a loose floorboard in the main room, I found my uncle's journal. The entries were erratic, paranoid. He wrote of a man who came with every full moon, a man who wasn't a man, who whispered through the walls and scratched at the door. One entry sent a chill down my spine. He wears a man's skin, but beneath it, he is hunger. He is the forest. He is the howl. The very last entry was just a single, terrifying line. He's inside me now. It happened on the 7th night. I'd gone outside to check on the generator. The moon was full, bloated and yellow like a rotting eye in the sky. I heard the growl just before I saw him. He lunged from the shadows, a blur of fur, claws, and teeth. I swung the fire poker, but he was impossibly fast. He bit deep into my shoulder. I screamed, a raw, primal sound, and then he was gone. I stumbled back inside, bleeding, delirious, and collapsed on the floor. When I woke up, the wound was gone. Not a scar, not a mark, just smooth skin. But something had changed. It started with the dreams. I was running, hunting, tearing flesh from bone. I'd wake up with dirt packed under my fingernails and the metallic tang of blood on my tongue. Then came the hunger, not for food, but for raw meat. The scent of fear became intoxicating. I could hear a rabbit's heartbeat from 100 yards away. I finally forced myself to look in the mirror. My eyes were changing, turning a sickening yellow. They looked animal. I realized with dawning horror that I wasn't alone in the cabin anymore. He was inside me. He speaks to me now. Not with words, but with urges, raw instincts. The way my mouth waters when I hear footsteps outside. I tried to leave. I packed my bags, ran to the car, but it wouldn't start. I tried to walk, but the road was gone. There were only trees, endless, watching trees. I think the forest is part of him, or maybe he's part of it. Either way, I'm trapped here. The first kill, I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a hiker. He was lost. He knocked on the door, asking for help. I tried to warn him. I swear I did. I told him to leave, to run. But the moon was rising, and the hunger. It was overwhelming. I don't remember what happened next. I only remember the blood, the crunch of bones, the taste. When I came to, I was naked in the woods, the hiker's backpack torn open beside me. His face was gone. I buried what was left of him, but I can still smell him on the wind. It's not just at night anymore. The transformation is constant. My hands twitch with a strength that isn't my own. My teeth ache, growing longer, sharper. My skin itches, like something underneath is fighting to get out. I find myself howling at the moon without meaning to. I can see perfectly in the pitch dark. I hear whispers in the wind that tell me things I shouldn't know. I think I'm becoming him, or maybe I always was. I found another photograph hidden away. It wasn't of my uncle, it was of me. A little kid, maybe 4 years old, smiling. And standing beside me was the same man with the silver eyes. The date on the back was 1993. I don't remember it, but he does. He's been with me all along, waiting. In a last, desperate act, I tried to end it all. I poured gasoline everywhere. On the floors, the walls, the cursed memories, the blood stains. I lit a match and watched the flames consume the cabin. But I walked out of that inferno completely untouched. The fire didn't want me. The forest wouldn't let me go. I belong to it now. So if you're hearing my voice, if you've followed this story to its end, it's already too late. He's not just in me anymore. He's in the words, in the spaces between them, in the sound of your own breath as you listen. Don't look outside. Don't listen to the wind. And whatever you do, don't follow the howl. Thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoy Tales from the Darkness, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Stay safe out there.